Hello from Halifax. This is Jo with Jo to the World Creations, and today we're going to be making my crochet heart pattern. This is a very easy heart crochet pattern that you can make as a heart-shaped dishcloth or as a Valentine's Day decoration or really for any occasion. All the details such as yarn and hook size are included in the free crochet heart pattern, which is available on my website, or you can purchase the print-ready PDF, and links to both are included in the description below this video. Let's get started. So to start, we're going to make a slip knot. Put the knot on your hook and pull tight. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. To start row 1, we are going to work in the second chain from the hook and single crochet. In the next chain, we are going to double crochet. So after row 1, which is a right side row, which also means the front of your work, you should have a total of 2 stitches. To start row 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn. Working in the first stitch, which is the stitch attached to the chain, we are going to make a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a single and a double into the same stitch. So first a single crochet. After I pick away my dog hair, let's finish that single crochet. And then also a double crochet into the same stitch. So at the end of row 2, which I'd like to point out is a wrong side row, which also means the back of your work, you should have a total of 4 stitches. To start row 3, we are going to chain 1 and turn. For this row, we are going to be repeating single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, all the way across, starting with the first stitch. So in that first stitch, single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. In the next stitch, single crochet. And in the next stitch, double crochet. At the end of row 3, you will have a total of 4 stitches. To start row 4, we are going to chain 1 and turn. In the first stitch, make a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. In the next stitch, single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. In the last stitch, make a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. At the end of row 4, you should have a total of 6 stitches. To start row 5, we are going to chain 1 and turn. For this row, we are going to be repeating single crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch all the way across. So in the first stitch, we are going to single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. In the next stitch, single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. In the next stitch, single crochet. And in the last stitch, double crochet. At the end of row 5, you should have a total of 6 stitches. To start row 6, we're going to chain 1 and turn. In the first stitch, you're going to make a single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch, you're going to do the same thing. Make a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. For the rest of the row, you're going to be repeating in the next stitch, single crochet, in the next stitch, double crochet all the way across. So in the next stitch, single crochet, in the next stitch, double crochet. In the next stitch, single crochet, and in the last stitch, double crochet. Last stitch is always a double crochet. At the end of row 6, you should have a total of 8 stitches. For rows 7 to 16, you are going to be repeating exactly what we just did in row 6. Here is how many stitches you should have after each of those rows. So go ahead and complete rows 7 to 16 and come back to the video and we'll start row 17 together. So I've just completed row 16. I have a total of 28 stitches and now I'm ready to start row 17. Rows 17 and 18 are exactly the same. So to start both row 17 and row 18, we are going to chain 1 and turn. So for the next 2 rows, you are going to single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, all the way across. So both of these rows are exactly the same. Start in the first stitch and single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. In the next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, double crochet, all the way across. When you get to the very end, your last stitch should always be a double crochet. And then chain 1 and turn and come back to the video after you've completed row 18. So you're going to do row 17 and then row 18. Come back to the video, don't fasten off, and we'll do the next part together. So I've just finished row 18. I still have a total of 28 stitches. Next, we are going to be doing the right heart top. We're going to do the right heart top first, and then once that's completed, we are going to do the left heart top. But let's start the right heart top, row 19. So to start, we are going to chain 1 and turn. What we're going to be doing is working over the next 14 stitches only, and we're going to alternate between single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet over those 14 stitches. So in the very first stitch, we're going to single crochet, and then the next stitch, double crochet. So far we've worked along 2 stitches. In the next stitch, single crochet, in the next stitch, double crochet. So now we've worked 4 stitches. Continue doing this across the next 10 stitches, so 14 stitches in total, and come back to the video. With 14 stitches now complete, I've finished with a double crochet stitch. We're going to start right row 20. When I say right, I mean the right heart top. So to start right row 20, we're going to chain 1 and turn. what we are going to be doing over the next 2 stitches is called single and double crochet 2 together. And let's go through that step by step. In the very first stitch, the stitch that's attached to the chain, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Now, normally you would just continue completing the single crochet, but we're not going to do that in this instance. What we're going to do is yarn over and insert our hook into the next stitch. Now we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So right now we have 4 loops on our hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull that yarn through only 2 loops on our hook. So we have 3 loops left. We're going to yarn over and pull that yarn through all the remaining loops. And that's how we do a single and double crochet 2 together. So it only actually creates 1 stitch and is going to help us on the decrease rows for the heart. We're going to do that again over the next 2 stitches, which is the 3rd and 4th stitch that we're working on. So once again, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull our yarn through just 2 loops, yarn over, and pull our yarn through all remaining loops. And now we've done 2 of those special stitches. The rest of the row, though, is very easy. We are going to single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, all the way across. So single, double, all the way across. Your last stitch, just like always, will be a double crochet stitch. At the end of right row 20, you should have a total of 12 stitches. The next 3 rows are all the exact same thing that we just did, but let's do it one more time together. So let's do right row 20, but note that right row 22 and right row 23 are exactly the same. So right row 21 and 22 and 23, you start by chaining 1 and turning. Over the first 2 stitches, we are going to single crochet, double crochet 2 together. So this is a little bit faster now. Hopefully you've gotten the hang of it. So that was the first one. Now let's do it over the 3rd and 4th stitches. And then continue what we're going to do across the row, single crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, all the way across, always ending with a double crochet stitch in the last stitch. So at the end of the next 3 rows, you should, for right row 21, have a total of 10 stitches. For right row 22, have a total of 8 stitches. And for right row 23, 6 stitches. So you go ahead and do those 3 rows and come back to the video and we will do right row 24 together. So I've just finished right row 23. I have a total of 6 stitches. To start row 24, and I want to note that the next row we're going to be doing, the 24th, is a wrong side row. First thing we're going to do, chain 1 and turn. And we are going to single crochet, double crochet 2 together over the first 2 stitches. So single crochet, double crochet, 2 together. In the next stitch, we are going to single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. And over the last 2 stitches, make a single crochet, double crochet, 2 together. And at the end of row 20, right row 24, you should have a total of 4 stitches. And now we are going to fasten off. So I'm taking my scissors, cutting the ends, and I can remove my hook, pull my yarn through the loop, and we have not turned yet. This is still the wrong side. We've just finished the row, haven't turned yet, but we are going to turn now to start the left heart top, and we want to make sure that the right side's facing up. So this was the wrong side. We're going to turn, and now our right side is facing up. For left row 19, we are going to be attaching our yarn to the 15th stitch along the row of 19. So if you remember, we worked 14 stitches when we did the right side. We're going to attach our yarn to the very next stitch, which is the 15th stitch. So that was the last stitch we worked in for the right side. The next stitch is the one directly beside that. We're going to attach our yarn like so. And attach, you can attach with a slip stitch, so it's nice and secure. In that same stitch that we just attached the yarn to, we are going to single crochet into that stitch. In the next stitch, double crochet, and we're going to work single double all the way across. So single crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, all the way across. Your last stitch will be a double crochet stitch. I now have 14 stitches completed. For the next 4 rows, we're going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to show it to you once, but note that you're going to be repeating it for a total of 4 rows. So what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1 and turn. Across the first 2 stitches, we're going to do a single and double crochet 2 together. So single, double, 2 together. Over the 3rd and 4th stitch, single crochet, double crochet 2 together. And then we are going to do single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, all the way across. So you're going to do the same thing for rows 20, 21, 22, and 23. After row 20, you should have a total of 12 stitches. After row 21, you should have a total of 10 stitches. After row 22, a total of 8. And after row 23, a total of 6. After you finish row 23, come back to the video and we'll do that together. So I've just finished row 23. I have a total of 6 stitches. To do left row 24, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Over the first 2 stitches, we are going to single crochet and double crochet 2 together. In the next stitch, single crochet. In the next stitch, double crochet. And over the last 2 stitches, single crochet and double crochet 2 together. So I now have a total of 4 stitches. Now I am going to fasten off, and then with my yarn needle, I'm going to weave in all my loose ends. You go ahead and do that and come back and we'll do the border together. So for the border, we want to make sure that the wrong side is facing up. But in all honesty, the heart looks really great on either side. It's very hard to tell it apart. The only reason I mention this is that it's great if the border really comes through on the side that you want facing up. And so whatever side you want facing up, flip it over and do the border there. So I've found that this is the wrong side because of how my stitches are on that last row. I can tell that the single crochet stitch was made in this direction. So this is where I'm going to do with the where I'm going to do the border with this side facing up. So where we're going to start the border is at the very tip of the bottom. Now, there isn't an exact place here. We are going to find a good stitch right at the tip of the bottom, and we're going to attach our yarn as close to the middle tip at the bottom as possible. So I'm going to insert my hook into this space right here, put my yarn on my hook, and I'm going to make a slip stitch to secure it. In the same space, we're going to single crochet, triple crochet, single crochet, all in the same stitch or space. So first single crochet, then we're going to triple crochet, which is where you yarn over twice, insert your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull your yarn through 2 loops on your hook, so you have 3 left, yarn over, pull your yarn through again, just 2 loops. You should have 2 loops left, yarn over, and pull your yarn through all 2 loops. Then we're going to single crochet once again in the same space. We are going to be working all the way around into stitches and spaces all the way around as evenly as possible, and there's no exact science. You just try to make your stitches as evenly spaced as possible, not spaced too far apart, not too close together, just so that we can go around the border, and it is so forgiving. So just take your time and find a good spot for your next stitch to go. Your next stitch, since our last stitch was a single crochet, is going to be a triple crochet. So make a triple crochet, and then the stitch beside it, or the space beside it, single crochet. In the next space or stitch, triple crochet. And in the next space or stitch, single crochet. And you're going to do this all the way around, making triple, single, single, all the way around, working into stitches and spaces as evenly apart as possible. Nothing special happens at the middle here. Continue with that pattern. Nothing special happens anywhere except when you come back to the place that you started. We started the border with a single crochet stitch, so we want our last stitch to be a triple crochet stitch. So try to make that work. It's like I say, it's really forgiving, and if you have to do a single and triple in the same stitch or place, that's okay too. Just make sure to end with a triple so the pattern continues. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's complete. So this is how it's going to look like while you're actually doing the border. You can't really see it because all the triple crochet stitches pop out the other side. And so when you've completed the border, you're going to see this lovely textured border from those triple crochet stitches. After you've gone all the way around, your last stitch is a triple crochet stitch. You're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet stitch that we made to start the border. So slip stitch, and ta-da! Now fasten off, weave in all your loose ends, and you have a beautiful new crochet heart. I hope you enjoyed making this pattern. I'd be delighted if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.